Yo, what's up, YouTube? Um, so today I'm gonna be releasing this video. It's gonna be 3 or 4 days at this point. But Wang answered so many questions on Twitter, and I'm gonna go through those questions because most of them were about badges. Most of them were about badges, and I think a couple of them are about just stuff in the game, but most of them are about badges. So I'm gonna jump right into this. The first one, someone asked at Baluba, can you explain why the slasher should/will be nerfed? The slasher community wants to know. So you guys don't know, but I made a shot creating slasher this year, 2K19, and it's an amazing build. I like the build. It's just the only thing I did with my build is I messed up the shot creating. My open mid range is really low, like super low. I think when it maxes, it's like low 70s. I think it's because of my Wings fan, but other than that, I like the slashing part of the build. It's a really good build. But Wang responded, I meant nerf from what we have in house right now is completely different than 2K19. So that shows that they rebuilt the way slashers work. And I'm really interested to see how that works out. But on to the next one. Somebody asked him, is the shot meter changeable, hand/feet? Then another person asked, another person said, should make everyone able to see each other's shot meter. Wang responded, that's how it's currently set up in 2K20. You see exactly what the shooter sees in online matches, shot meter preferences, green effect, etc. So this is a big change in the game because not everyone's not used to seeing the other teams, the other team's shot meter and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're out on the park shooting half bars, the other team gonna know now. So people that's not gonna know they jump shots, y'all gotta watch out. Someone at Baluba, even though volume shooter is a positive only, are we still gonna have microwave? Wang responded, microwave was redesigned and changed to hot start. If you have this badge and can knock down your first jumper, you get a boost to your shot ratings for a period of time. The more shots you can knock down without missing, the longer you keep your boost. So this makes me question if say I shoot a shot, I make that, this makes me question if you miss the next one, do the boosts just straight up go away, or is there a timer on the boost? But then this badge is basically designed for it's basically like when you shoot, you're just gonna go on a roll. You're not gonna shoot and then you're just not heated up. It's basically to heat you up, but it's unlike microwave because microwave just helped you get hot faster and get takeover faster. But it's kind of different. So I'm excited to see that too. So there's a lot of new badges in the game. A lot of new badges. Alright, on to the next one. Someone said at Baluba, how will stamina affect players this year? I understand some players just spam one move, but the advanced/skilled dribblers cannot show off their moves because the stamina bar is blinking after 3 moves. sad thing is, I didn't get Mike Wang's response to that, but I got his response to Swante. Swante hopped into this. He said, okay, that's cool, but you didn't compare it to anything or directly answer his question. So we have no idea if stamina is improved or not compared to 19, or if people who have the badge have way more stamina than 19. Please respond. Love you. Mike Wang responded, your ability to chain together combo moves slows down as your energy drops. When it drops too low, you start to fumble the ball. So that sounds like how it was in 19. In 19, like when you lost stamina, you just kind of act like you didn't know how to dribble. Like you just started fumbling the ball, like he said. But apparently it's different. It's not the same in 2K20. So I'm excited to see how that turns out too. Alright, on to the next one. Someone said at Beluba, will bump steals be nerfed this year? In 2K19, there were a few animations that were guaranteed steals 90% of the time, no matter if you had takeover or not. So will the bump steals be nerfed? Mike Wang responded, we spent a lot of time stopping bump steals by reworking the steal system and improving dribbler/defender interactions. Feels much better to me. So I'm glad that they changed bump steals, because it, like he said, like the guy said that tweeted at Mike Wang, it was almost guaranteed steals, like no matter if you had takeover or not. So it was really bad. It was one of the many issues 2K19. Alright, on to the next one. Someone said, whether it be high arcing passing in 2K20 to get the ball in the paint easier, regular passes get stolen pretty easily passing in the post. That is so true, because in real life, if you watch a guy like Joel Embiid get the ball down low, they don't just extend their arm up and like straightly pass the ball like in 2K. They like they arc the ball like they're shooting. They like arc the ball to him, so when it comes down, he has to put his hand up to catch it while it's going down, and it's not a straight pass, so you can just grab it like when it's going to him. Mike Wang responded, Y/triangle is more like a lob pass with some arc this year rather than a bullet overhead. Like I was explaining, it was just like a pass with your arm extended. So I'm really glad they changed that, because that was a problem getting the ball in the post this year. That I'm really glad that they changed that. Alright. Someone said at Beluga, so my question is, are slashers going to be better from the last 2Ks? Because I feel like they were down low. They were a down low build for the past 2 years. Mike Wang responded, we're still polishing right now, but slashers are very strong in our current build. Probably need to be nerfed a little, if anything. I'm really glad that they buffed the slashers. And I mean, he said if anything, so basically he's saying that they're not, if anything, they're over what they're supposed to be. So they're not a down low build like he responded, like he said, they're not a down low build. They're gonna be like either where they need to be or a little over where they need to be. He said they need to be nerfed, if anything. Next one. Someone said at Beluga, is Post Riser still in the game or has it been reworked? Mike Wang said, posterizer is gone. 2K20 will have contact finisher. This will help dunkers posterize people, but also smaller players who play below the rim finish with contact. So the contact finisher, that's like a badge that like old Derrick Rose would have, or John Wall, maybe Dwayne Wade. But my thought when I first saw this is that they should give the smaller slashers contact finisher and the bigger slashers posterizer, or give each slasher both contact finisher for layups and posterizer for dunks. But you know, they're not gonna do that. There's other badges in the game, so there might be badges like posterizer, but posterizer isn't in the game. And contact finisher, that's a good badge, because it's like a step up from relentless finisher, even though relentless finisher might still be in the game. It's like, it's gonna help you finish with contact. It's like, instead of just relentless finisher helping you finish all the time, like, it's gonna help you finish with like it's just gonna, basically what I'm saying is, it's gonna, contact finisher is gonna help get contact dunks and contact layups. Right, on to the next one. Someone said at Beluga, will there be more rebounding badges and or animations in 2K20? Mike Wang confirmed. He didn't confirm, but he said that there are always new animations added. He said a few rebounding badges. Rebound chaser helps chase down long rebounds. Worm helps get around box outs, and box makes it tougher for worms. So worm and box basically like combat each other, and I think that's good that if they're gonna make like badges that combat each other. I feel like it's gonna be really good for the game. In rebound chaser, that's a great badge to add in the game, because sometimes you just like, it's a long rebound goes up, your center jumps, and like the ball just like floats over them, and they can't get it, because unless if they run after the ball, normally their speed is really low. So like they just can't get long rebounds most of the time. On to the next one. Someone said at Palula, you guys bringing back post hook specialists? Mike Wang responded, yeah, it's called deep hooks. It's the Kareem badge. So I think that's a good addition to post badges, because nobody really used hooks this year, unless it was like that hook layup that they would give you every once in a while as an animation. No, other than that, nobody really used hooks this year. But yeah, I'm glad that they added that into the game. It's a good addition. Someone said at Beluga, is defensive stopper still in 2K20, or is it split up like 2K16 when it was perimeter lockdown defender and post lockdown defender? Mike Wang responded, there are a lot of new defensive badges, clamps for perimeter locks, and post move for lockdown paint defenders, and post move lockdown for paint defenders, to name a couple. So that makes me question like what other defensive badges are in the game, and like if there's two kinds of lockdowns this year. I get there's a rim protector and a lockdown defender, but I don't know, that could be what he was talking about. I'm looking too deep into it, but he said clamps for perimeter locks and post move lockdown for paint defenders, to name a couple. So maybe we're gonna see like two kinds of lockdowns, even though I might just be looking too far into it and it's just rim protector and lockdown defender how it was this year. But on to the next one. Someone said, are the elite off-ball players separated with a badge, or is there an attribute? Mike Wang responded, slippery off-ball badge gives you more success with the new off-ball juke moves and get open. Stuff I blog about. Also helps you get free from defenders who try to jam you up. Jerry's the Curse did a fantastic job on off-ball upgrades. I'm glad that they made upgrades to off-ball, because the defenders they always had like kind of off-ball animations and way to stop people off-ball. I don't know if you guys noticed, but there are some animations in the game where like you get held. Like you actually get held so you can't run away. But yeah, I'm glad they finally added a slippery off-ball badge, because guys like Stephen Curry, like you couldn't move like him off-ball in the game. It was just like, I don't know, it was just you had to try to get away from your defender so they can't grab you first, and then you had to like try to shoot them, just go back and forth, stuff like that. But slippery off-ball is gonna be a great addition to the game. Someone said, at Beluga, have you guys ever thought about bringing back interceptor badge, or recreate something where pickpocket and interceptor is one badge? Then Agent hopped in on this. Any other badges making a return from previous 2Ks post fade? Mike Wang responded, here's one for you, Agent Beamstar. Smaller players can equip Giant Slayer, and it will help them score at the rim amongst the trees. You have to listen. Mike Wang said smaller players can equip Giant Slayer. So that makes me question, either you can swap out some badges when you make the build, or you can probably like pick what badges you want for the game. I highly doubt it's that one. Like pick what badges you want to use for like one game. I really doubt it's that. But he did say equip badges, so that makes me think that while creating your build, you can like swap some badges that you want and don't want out of your build. Alright, somebody responded to Beluga and said volume shooter potentially. Mike Wang responded, volume shooter is back, but with better logic. Boost your ratings if you can maintain your field goal attempts per minute. Now, volume shooter in 2K16, it was just was it 2K16? I'm not sure exactly what year it was, but it was basically if you say you're playing a park game, you shot 5 half court shots, you missed all 5 of them, but then you took 2 more, and volume shooter would kick in. because you took it, it's a bad shot, but you took the shot so many times that, like, if you just keep shooting a shot, eventually they're gonna start falling. That's what volume shooter basically was. It was just like, if you shot enough of the same shot, you would end up making it eventually. But Mike Wang said it's back, but with better logic, can boost your ratings if you can maintain your field goal attempts per minute. So this makes me question, like, but you're still taking them, but you're not taking them at like a high rate as you were. Like, you don't take as many of them like so quickly, and I'm guessing that's when volume shooter would kick in, because he said if you can maintain your field goal attempts per minute. So that makes me question, if you just keep taking horrible shots, will volume shooter just kick in and boost your ratings, or is it set up differently? Because if it's just set up where you just keep taking a bad shot, and then like it just kicks in, boosts your rating, and then you just start making it, that's gonna be horrible for the game. So I really want to see what they do with that badge. Someone said at Beluga, what about shot contests this year? In the Vegas event, I noticed that it had percentages explaining the coverage rather than heavily contested and etc. Is there anything new about it, or you guys just replace the names with percentage? Mike Wang responded, we're always trying to improve the logic for shot contests and added more tools to be able to tune different aspects for different modes. And being able to see the percentage of a contest rather than generalized text should help gamers understand the game better, understand the system better. So I really like how they added that into the game, because I feel like percentages would be better than just like heavily contested, lightly contested, wide open, smothered. Percentages I think it would really help people understand the game better. On to the next one. Someone at Maluba, contested layups still falling at an alarming rate. Mike Wang responded, layup defense is very different this year. Getting a lot fewer complaints about layups missing that shouldn't, and vice versa. If you miss a layup this year, it usually feels deserved. So layup defense is really a problem this year, 2K19, because like you could run into the paint and you could just make contested layups. Like, I get there's NBA players, like you're using NBA players, and even when you're not, you're using your my player, which like they're like an NBA player too, because they go to the league. But if it's a contested layup, you're gonna miss some of them. You're not just gonna make like more than 90% of them. Like, NBA players miss layups too. Someone said at Beluga, you guys do a great job of adding so many post animations, but it's pointless because people use the same broken animations, such as post hop shot 1, which goes in smothered. Also, drop steps that take you out of play. Please tell me you guys work on counters for the post. Mike Wang responded, at C Hoops for Life works on post game, so I'll speak to him. So I'll let him speak to that. Basically, my thought of that tweet is that Mike Wang he doesn't know the answer to that. So he just like put the ad to the person that does know the answer, that deals with that. But on to the next one. Okay, here I have a couple that don't have the question that was asked, but it has the response. So here I don't have the question, I have the response. Wang said, we tried to cut the badges that we felt nobody would ever want. Charge card is one of them. So that's really interesting, because if they're cutting badges, they're adding a lot too, because they're supposed to be I don't know if it's over 80 badges, but I know it's at least 80 badges in 2K20. So that's going to be really interesting. If they're cutting badges that no one will want, they must be adding a lot of badges. I have another one. No question. Wang said this will probably take all day to delve into, but yeah, most of 2K19's badges are returning, but many of them were reworked to either be more balanced or more useful for different build types. Example, Limitless was changed to range extender to boost threes, but also deep twos. I don't know if you guys noticed, but deep range that I activated on deep mid ranges this year. So that's something. I wonder if Limitless, if range extender would be like if you get range extender Hall of Fame, I wonder if it would be like Limitless Hall of Fame. Could you still shoot like it was Limitless, or do you have to treat it like it's just a little bit of extent on your range? It's nothing drastic like Hall of Fame Limitless. It's just it just boosts your rating for making those. On to the next one. Somebody said the new dribbling system sounds like what I've been asking for the last few years. Can't wait to lab and practice. Then he said, how much of speed and rhythm can we control? Are there layers like slow, medium, and quick? If you could elaborate a bit more on this, please. Mike Wang responded, Scott Gallagher, yeah, spent much of this year developing the dribble styles while I worked on the dribble move side. He can elaborate more on the differences between different movement styles. So it sounds like they changed the whole dribbling system again. I'm pretty sure they changed it for 2K19, but it sounds like they changed it again for 2K20. And I just want to see how that works out again, changing the whole dribbling again. I think this year would be really interesting because of all the new stuff. I have another one with no question. Mike Wang said the body system didn't support this very well in 2K19. It will work much more reliably this year. So this means that body types will probably be in 2K20, and that seems really interesting. Because everybody was expecting body types in 2K19, but I mean, body types is realistic, because like there is different body types in 2K. I mean, in the real NBA, there's different body types. There's players built like you can be built like Kevin Durant. There's players built like LeBron, really muscular. And Kevin Durant's like he's more slim. But and for the last tweet, someone at Beluva in 2K20, let's add more force ball pickups for non-dribbling builds that face good on-ball defenders. That would bring more balance to the gameplay. And Mike Wang had the simplest response, but it means so much. All he did was respond with a thumbs up emoji, but this shows that like maybe stretch bigs wouldn't be able to dribble like how they do this year. Maybe it would be different, but I don't know. All those tweets, we're still gonna have to, wait until 2K20, see how that works out, see how everything works out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe. If any other 2K20 news comes out, I'll be sure to make a video on it, because I'm really interested in how 2K20 is gonna turn out. But yeah, like I said, make sure you like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and see you guys in the next one.